Well, hello there, and welcome to 5 Minutes with Robert and Amy Nasir, and our special guest, Linda Cordair, and we are here live at
the Irreplaceable Spark Conference.
I'm going to say it right. I'm not going to say the indispensable Spork. I'm not going to say the irresponsible Spank. No, we are here at the Irreplaceable Spark Conference, and the last session ran over. We apologize for it. Volumes are a little crazy here. I'm sorry about blasting you good people. But we're using the special remote rig, the special setup here, and good. Let me know in the chat, if I can get my chat up here, if everything is sounding okay. Thank you for joining us on this fine Sunday, October 26th, 2025.
Wow.
It is totally unbelievably wow.
Does that mean there's like 8 Fridays to Christmas?
That means I will tell you, there are 60 days until Christmas. What we really care about is there are 5 days until Halloween.
Yeah!
How cool is that? Here, I'm going to adjust things just a bit. That camera's going to drive me.
Here, in the meantime, everyone can...
Much better. And there it is. There's your special Halloween decorations. No, we have been at the Irreplaceable Spark Conference from the Ayn Rand Institute UK. We've got to give a huge shout out to Rosie Ginsburg, to Daniel, to Ella, to everybody responsible for this conference. The Ayn Rand Centre UK.
Yes. Ayn Rand Centre UK.
Yes.
Very exciting weekend.
It has been really...
drawing to a close, but
really good.
Wow.
I'm reading what is this little tiny window here? Folks, yes, we're in the field. We were originally going to be set up on stage with the big rig and all the stuff, but the earlier session ran over, and we were the last people on earth who were going to stop it because that was a session featuring the great Dr. Leonard Peikoff.
It was amazing.
He just got done talking about ragtime music.
What an honor to be in the same room with this man who is who he is.
Multiple standing ovations.
He was so good. My heart is so full, so happy for having the opportunity to spend this time with him.
It was really something, and did run late, and that's why I apologize. We did think we would have the stage by 5 o'clock, but again, you don't ask Leonard Peikoff to get off the stage early. So there you go. Thank you, folks who are in the chat for sticking around.
And thank you, Matthew's in the chat actually on YouTube, and he's in the UK. So I hope you're going to be getting some sleep tonight.
Middle of the night, because we're 3 hours later. Well, 3 hours and 5 minutes later than we usually are. And so we appreciate you sticking around.
Yeah.
Why? Well, you know why I'm here. You know why Amy's here. Why is Linda Cordair here? Linda Cordair, you are totally one of the stars of the weekend.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, exceptionally so.
That's incredible. Thank you.
You gave a great talk.
Thank
you talked about what happened in 2020 in Napa, California.
I did.
And we are in California, where all the rules and all the regulations, and not just that, but all the busybodies, the do-gooders. It seems like the government of California wasn't just the issue, it was all those busybodies.
There were a lot of Karens, a lot of busybodies. Sorry, Karen.
For folks who don't know, 2020 was the year of SARS-CoV-2, COVID-19, and they shut us all down. They shut everybody down. They shut down all the businesses except for the essential businesses. Well, art is essential, right? Jimmy is on camera. That means you're on the internet like James Valiant isn't used to being on the internet all the time, constantly.
This is going live.
Yeah, it is live right now.
This is live. This is not being recorded. Well, it is being recorded, but it is live on the internet right now. Here,
wow.
I'll bring
How
up the...
cool. It's a great time to be alive.
Great time to be alive.
That's what it looks like on the internet. There you go.
Howdy.
Well, hello, James Valiant.
Hi.
Author of Creating Christ and The
Passion of Ayn Rand's Critics.
And responsible for getting Dr. Peikoff here to the conference.
Yes.
So thank you.
Jimmy.
It was fun.
It was very fun. My heart is full.
What a great conference. Really.
And I know more about ragtime than I ever thought I would know, and I'm so happy I do.
The secret is syncopation, those ragged rhythms.
So kind of
Rag
keep moving.
that
That's what-
song.
Yeah, well, and Leonard
Yeah.
Peikoff ragged on Scott Joplin. No, he didn't rag on Scott Joplin.
Yeah, he did.
put him number
Yeah.
3 in the hierarchy.
Oh my
That was
gosh.
something.
Dr. Peikoff, he said that Jelly Roll Morton was the butler to the Duke, and I would not agree.
Well,
respectfully, would not agree.
If you disagree, if you think that Dr. Peikoff was being too harsh, look up Winifred Atwell
Oh my gosh.
to find out who Dr. Peikoff thinks blows them all away.
Or as Dr. Peikoff calls her, Winnie.
Winnie.
Yes.
Winnie
Winnie.
Atwell. And there you go. And then you'll
Yeah.
understand, because I'm a big Scott Joplin fan. At my age, and Jimmy, you probably ran into this too, the Sting.
The Sting.
And Marvin Hamlish playing old Scott Joplin
Made
songs in that
ragtime.
great Robert Redford, Paul Newman film.
Exactly. Made ragtime a popular thing in the 1970s when we were growing up, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were playing The
Amy
Entertainer
and I
and,
weren't born
Maple
yet.
Leaf Rag on pop radio.
And as Andrew Lewis said, he was a composer. Winifred Atwell was a brilliant, technically brilliant pianist.
Right.
Thank
Who,
you.
was admired by such
makeup
figures as
person
Elton
quit.
John. But my God, what a brilliant pianist she is. Scott Joplin's music is a bit more melancholy, has a
Yeah.
slower gait to it.
Yeah.
And Dr. Peikoff thinks that ragtime should be played at a rapid rate and loudly.
Yeah, loud
You gotta,
and fast.
gotta live loud and strong, and that's the sense of life he gets from Winifred
Yeah,
Atwell.
now Jason is not in the chat. He's actually right behind me.
Hey guys.
All of you internet people, and our chat is busy, so all of you internet people who see Jason Adams, Objectivist Matters, and you always wondered, this guy seems so cool, but what does he look like? Well, now you know.
Yeah,
there you go.
Chandler's not in the chat. He's right behind us.
Chandler is always on YouTube.
I was one of those people who didn't know where Jason was, and now he's right behind me.
That's
So-
There you
correct.
go. And
Oh,
you
but-
never know what part of the world he's in either.
So one of the things that Leonard Peikoff said that I really, really felt fondness for when he was talking about Winifred Atwell was that people went to see her perform, not just because she didn't look down at the keyboard when she was playing, but she had this big smile on her face whenever she performed, and I really, really loved that so very much.
Yes.
So say hello to your moms, everybody. Wave. Hi, Quinn. Hi, Sophie.
So the reason is Linda is sitting down and not just, we're getting, what's the word I'm looking for? Photobombed here.
Yes. Oh, there you go. All right. Well,
Millet
Millet.
2023. Are you
All right.
partially responsible or mostly responsible for getting Millet elected?
No, I'm not, but I certainly.
But you're a fan.
And it was also a very good day for La Libertad Avanza in Argentina today. They had midterm elections.
Excellent. I know one of our fans is not a fan of Millet. He thinks there's more.
right now, Bonnie.
I don't know. I won't even get into it.
There could be, but
Wave to everybody.
But that's very cool.
if it's not Millet, then who is it?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Incidentally, if it's not Millet, who is it? Today is, on this date, it's Hillary Clinton's birthday.
Woo!
Hillary Clinton is 78 years old. And I blame her entirely for the Trump phenomenon. Because if somebody more reasonable had been running in 2016,
yeah, I know. But I'm gonna say,
Peronism died on Hillary Clinton's birthday.
all right.
This is what happens when you go live in the middle of a room.
you know,
with a bunch
live
of
television
people.
is not like the canned shows.
Why are we here? What show is this?
Right.
Yeah, that is
Now-
Chris Baker, by the way.
Where we left off was, Linda, the first talk that you gave on the weekend, you talked about what happened to Quent Cordair Fine Art when everybody was forced to shut down for COVID-19 in 2020.
I did.
And you didn't stay shut down. You no, I want people to die and come look at my art, but die.
They did accuse us of that being a possibility, but 6 weeks into being told we weren't allowed to run our business, we Quent drafted a Cordair Declaration of Independence,
Yes.
and we
Declaration of
said
Independence.
the Constitution provides us with the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and we said we're going to take that and we're going to run with it, and we're going to open our business, and if you want to come in and enjoy the art, please do. And the government didn't like that.
And it wasn't even that simple. Yeah, you gave an outstanding talk about that.
Thank
And
you.
folks,
Yeah.
I'm hoping that these talks will be released to the public, or at least some of the better ones. They were all pretty good, like Linda's talk, to get that full story.
It was my first standing ovation. I mean, it took me a
I
long...
find that hard to believe.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh
It was
gosh,
pretty awesome.
it was really great.
It was,
Well-
and I very much appreciate that. It's a hard story to tell, but it's a story that needs to be told. It took us a while to get used to people using terms like hero and just other wonderful things that they've said.
And
but,
villain.
Yeah, and well, there was the villain. I'd do it again. I could do without the death threats that we got for opening our doors.
My gosh, yeah.
But I'm just really glad that I could pull it together and stand up there and share the story.
Outstanding. And you served many roles.
Yes.
You ran for the Spark Markets, the marketplaces that were run during the conference, the Quint Cordair Fine Arts Spark Market, which, again, doesn't quite roll off the tongue. I think, I'm not going to make
Spark
any jokes
Market.
about it.
The Spank Market.
The Spank Market,
The
yeah.
Spork Market.
The Spork Market.
Fine
Kentucky
sports.
Fried Chicken, sport.
Yes. I have an irreplaceable sport.
So we are so happy. That's why we're so giddy.
But-
it has been 2 days of
Yes.
wow.
And part of what to be happy about was this is the first conference of the Ayn Rand Centre UK. First, meaning there will be more, well, if they can, of course, get the support. They got the support last night.
did.
Quint Cordair Fine Art and several other contributors contributed art to an auction. And Linda, you said before the auction, I don't know about being the auctioneer, I'm kind of nervous. You were so amazing.
You were so amazing.
Thank you. I wasn't nervous about being the auctioneer. I was nervous about doing a really great job to raise the money so that ARC can do this again.
Well, what I'm just going to say this objectively, what's wonderful about Linda Cordair is that she gets to know each person individually, and she gets to know your name. She gets to know what you value. She's such not only a great marketer, but she's a great friend.
And Amy values.
Yes, thank you. And so when I saw her up there on stage and doing the auction, she was reaching out to people by name, and she had a real feel for the room, and that is something you cannot teach, that you just have to develop, and she has it in spades. I mean, she is so charismatic, so friendly, so open.
Blushing.
Well, you should. You
We
deserve
could go
it.
on.
We could go
and
on.
a quick question, Greg Lewis in the chat says, first of ARC UK or first of ARC UK in America? It's a good question. And the answer is
know.
it's the first, probably of neither, but it's the first full conference, the first Spark conference.
Yes.
I think everything else that they've done has been in conjunction with other conferences. And this
Yeah.
is the first
Yeah,
standalone.
This is solo. For
And
sure.
definitely the first in America. They did a great, like a lead-up week to the Ayn Rand Con in London, which we attended and got to know many of these good people. First
Yeah.
time we met
I wasn't
Rosie.
invited.
Everybody was invited. You just needed the money and the plane fare and all of that. And that was right after COVID. We had to take COVID tests to get on the airplane.
Speaking of money, one of my favorite quotes of the whole weekend came from you.
Really?
And what was that?
Well, if y'all had
yeah, that's
seen
right.
Linda Cordair's auctioneering, her role at the auction, I pointed out to her it was the first time I've ever seen somebody reach out their hand 40 feet and reach it into somebody's back pocket. She was so good at extracting money, or I should say at convincing people to seize values.
But you made it really fun, and also, you were so charismatic and so charming that how could people not throw money?
I don't think I have to worry about Sotheby's or Bonhams picking me up, but I would do this again. This was a lot of
You were
fun.
very good at it, and I'm not joking. I'm being very
We
objective.
raised a lot of money, and
Yeah.
some people got some really amazing things, including dinner at Leonard Peikoff's house for two, cooked by a private chef, 3 nights at the St. Regis in Manhattan.
Can I say my favorite? Jiu-Jitsu with Mark
With Mark
Pellegrino.
Pellegrino, yep. I just loved saying jujitsu. I don't know how many times I said it last
There were
night.
two prizes of hanging out with Mark Pellegrino for a day, and one of them is going to his jiu-jitsu sessions, which are famous because he talks about them a lot.
And the buyer of that lot upped the ante today, and I went to Mark and I said, this is a day with you, one person on the set. The buyer's willing to give more money if he can bring his wife. And Mark said yes. So
Aw,
now
that
it's
is
two
so
people
sweet.
with Mark.
Too sweet.
Oh, well, that's a whole nother person who was here. Michael
Mr. Sweet?
Yeah,
With the
yeah,
sweets?
yeah.
Cake pops and cookies,
Yes,
and he and
yes.
his wife own 2 amazing businesses. It's been so much fun to meet people who are entrepreneurial, who are excited about being alive, and we all get to hang out together for 2 days.
Yeah, look up Silver Rose Bakery. Look up 4 cookies. No, not
Four
4 cookies.
desserts.
4 desserts.
For desserts.
desserts.
Yes.
He's going to do it Chipotle style, where you kind of build your own dessert, and it's a wonderful concept, and I hope he spreads like mad all over. I may have to wait many years for them to show up in Wyoming, but I will go out of my way to go to one of his stores.
And I gotta say, so Jason Adams, the objectivist, who's usually in the chat, who was on camera just a bit ago, he actually won the jiu-jitsu
Yes,
with
he
Mark
did.
Pellegrino, and so he says he's going to train for a year.
Yeah, he's going to get his jiu-jitsu skills up, so he's not just going to sit there and watch.
And
you know.
I think Mark told him it didn't really matter. They were just going to wrestle on the ground, but if he wanted to, he
I'm
could.
sure Mark is a
Mark will
consummate
make
professional.
it an experience for him, I'm sure.
And he'll teach him and show him the ways of discipline in jiu-jitsu. And I'm sure it's not just going to be a free-for-all, but because that's Mark. But we've got Jean right here, and in the chat behind us.
All good people.
He's doing double duty.
Do you have a question?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you have?
This is for Linda.
Now speak up. Get.
Okay, yeah. I was
Yeah,
wondering.
scooch in here.
Yeah, just setting the scene here. It's like a rainy day, so you can't go out, and it's probably good weather where you're at. It's a rainy day. You're gonna stay inside, okay?
Okay.
You're with your boo, and
Hi, boo.
you got to figure out what you want to watch, because you're just trying to relax.
Okay.
How do you find? Well, what do you do? What's your process for finding great art?
It's just like, where are we going? Are we talking a movie? What are we talking
yeah,
about?
those two movies. Let's do
I love old movies. I love Casablanca. I like whodunits. We've been watching a lot of British whodunit television
like that.
lately. We're in Morse right now. Helen Mirren did one in the early part of her career in the 70s, which the episodes are very long and the seasons are short, but the writing is great. So yeah, I'm kind of an old movie, bottle of wine on the couch.
But does that mean you've already seen it? I want to know, how do you find new stuff?
I asked Quinn.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Go
so
to a trusted source.
yes,
trusted
he's a
source.
very trusted source, and we do this. You want to watch a movie tonight? Yeah, which one do you want to watch? He's got a list. He actually keeps a list of movies that he thinks that we will both enjoy,
Okay.
and I trust his judgment, and he's almost never wrong.
Although if you're not in the habit of finding old movies that you've never seen, I don't want to see an old movie, give it more of a chance. Because there are things you can't find in contemporary films,
Right.
in
Yeah.
older films.
Okay.
Especially if you can find old films based on classic literature,
Yeah.
where they don't rewrite it and modernize it, where they actually stick with. That's why the Atlas Shrugged films failed.
Well, and
they
for-
could have done all the things they did if they had just used the original dialogue. It would
Films
have
like
been good.
Casablanca, though, you see something different in it. I see something different in it, or enjoy something different
stands
in it
repeated
every
viewings.
time I
Yes.
watch it, and that translates to art in the gallery. Cordair.com, as the Nacers like to say.
Cordair.com.
Cordair.
We need a jingle. We have to work on that.
But it would have to be awfully good.
But
Yes.
I'm in the gallery every day with a couple of hundred pieces of absolutely gorgeous art. The website has 1,000 pages on it, and I can look at a piece the same day sometimes and see something different and enjoy something different about it, because what the artists are doing are creating beautiful art that tells wonderful stories if you'll just stop. And it was like Anders said, stop and enjoy the inventions.
Yes.
And I went, yeah.
Yeah.
And we just don't stop sometimes often enough. So work on the jingle. I'm
on the jingle.
hiring you to create a jingle for us. But it is about finding what you want to see every day and enjoying the little nuances. And I think sometimes when I watch a really great black and white old movie, and Casablanca is the one that's sitting on the top of my head, although we've been watching some old Lauren Bacall movies and they've been great, is I don't know that I actually see them in black and white. I am so entrenched in everything that's going on, it's as if I'm colorizing it as I go, and it's a really beautiful experience.
So trusted source.
Yeah.
My trusted source right now is yarn.
Yeah.
Have you
absolutely.
read Ayn Rand's The Fountainhead?
Yes.
Have you read it more than once?
No.
Uh-oh.
You will be amazed how well it holds up to repeated
Yeah.
readings.
Yes.
It's almost stunning because you're like, well, I've read it. I know what happens. I know all the spoilers.
Yeah.
It
I
is
could say maybe you get
amazing.
more out of it.
Even
Yes,
Atlas,
you
Yeah.
will.
You
even
start
Atlas
noticing, picking
Shrugged,
up things.
in Atlas Shrugged, you know the answer to all the different mysteries, and there are several.
Yeah.
Even Atlas Shrugged holds up amazingly well to repeated viewings, and classic films are like that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've watched the Jose Ferrer version of Cyrano de Bergerac, 1950.
Yeah.
You think it's an old black and white film. If you've seen it once, you've seen it 1,000 times. No, I could see it 1,000 times and get something new out of it every time.
We watched The Shootist a couple of weeks ago. John Wayne. I think
Wayne.
it was his last film. And Opie, with Ron Howard is in it. Sorry, Opie, Ron Howard. Same kid, just older. It gives a pretty
She didn't say
interesting.
Richie Cunningham. It says Opie. Okay.
Yes, I do love Richie. But it was, and I had never seen it before, and sometimes I'm amazed because I think I've got a pretty good list of movies that I've enjoyed over a couple
Yeah,
of
I know
decades
it's
that
the
I've been
older
alive.
John Wayne and
But it's like, wow, here's a new one
So
that I
good.
haven't seen.
Yeah.
And, you know, we live in Jackson, Wyoming. It's where the gallery is, and it's where Shane was filmed. And the cabin from Shane is actually in downtown Jackson at our museum.
Wow.
And I went, I need to put that on my list.
Yeah.
So not only can you go visit Quentin Cordair Fine Art in Jackson, Wyoming, you can actually visit where they filmed the movie Shane.
How's that jingle coming?
I'm working on it. The one thing I would recommend, since you're your own Brooke fan, is that he does have movie lists.
Yes.
I know.
And they're good. They're good lists. If you're
Yeah.
ever just
Yeah.
wondering what to see, find one on there that you haven't seen
I
yet.
downloaded the transcript
Oh,
from
good.
that coronavirus episode, and I have,
Good.
Right.
Yeah, I've got a text
100.
file of all that too.
yeah.
Adam Waldowski. Do you know who Adam is?
No.
Adam Waldowski is a
Chess,
gentleman who makes his
bridge,
living
bridge.
playing bridge around the world.
Okay.
But he
That's
also
cool.
keeps on his website similar lists. Those are really good if you're ever stuck for a good film to watch.
Okay.
Or you can just buy more art from Quentin Cordair Fine Art and look at that. But no, I'm kidding. The reason why I mentioned The Fountainhead the way I did is because the classics hold up to repeated viewings. Great art. You don't get tired of it. It holds up to repeated viewings. And the movies can be like that. Great music, obviously.
Excellent.
So I encourage folks, especially younger folks, you're not old like us, you know.
Excuse me, what is this us stuff?
I joke because I'm 10 years older than Amy is, probably 10 years older than Linda is.
Yeah, well, we both
And,
know that's not true, but I'll take it.
The point is that young people aren't in that habit of mining things. They're ready for the next thrill, and I get that, and I respect that. But oh my God, you
There's
can't.
some really bad stuff out there. I have not been to a movie. I cannot tell you the last time I went to a movie theater because most of what's coming out is I just don't want to pay money for it, and I'm not going to sit there.
And there are
through it.
contemporary films I'll enjoy, but it's more like junk food, dessert, sweets. It's fine, but I'm not going to watch it again. I don't need to see, John Wick more than once.
So,
I might watch all 4 of the films, but I'm never going to watch any of them more than once.
Yeah.
Whereas I can't watch Casablanca too many times.
I can do it. It has to be spaced out.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it on top of each, like The Wizard of Oz, right? I mean, great movie. You don't want to watch it back to back to back to back.
Sure. No, you give it
Gone
time.
with the Wind comes to mind. I love it, but
give it time.
you got to give it time. And
Sure.
then when you go back to it, there's something fresh about it. There's something different. There's
Right.
something.
But I'll probably never go back to Kung Fu Panda,
Yeah,
which
no.
was fun, but
I will never go back to Red. I mean, there are just certain movies that have come
They're
out in the
disposable,
last.
yeah.
I was
Right.
like, no, I didn't
Yeah.
really.
well, I'm wondering if we have any questions either from the chat or do we have questions from the live audience?
Thank you for answering my
Thanks.
question.
Can you let them
Oh,
know
you're
what we're doing?
thank you for
please?
joining us.
Oh, you're
Thank
welcome. Good to see you.
Yeah,
Jane.
incidentally, Bonnie, who is here, is actually chiming in.
She didn't realize that we were live when she came on. But it's always
Bonnie's here.
wonderful. It's Bonnie to see Bonnie. That's
Yeah,
for
Bonnie
sure.
is giving the positive reviews. Of course, you are on the list of the
Thank
positive
you.
reviews.
You know what? There is everything positive about the 2 days that we've spent together.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything, but you know what? The whole purpose of us getting together was to ignite that spark and for everybody to go away feeling a little bit better, a little bit more energized. And everyone I have talked to has said just that they're sparked, they're hot, they're ready to go, they've learned a lot, they want to go out and they want to apply some of what they heard this weekend about applying objectivist principles to succeed and to live a happy life. And that just makes me so happy that what Rosie and Ella and Daniel and everybody put together was a complete success. And for the first time out of the gate, that's fantastic.
Yes. Greg in the chat points out where he actually says,
Do I have a...
no, not pointing that out.
Thanks, Greg.
He says, perk of appearing on 5 Minutes, corporate plugs. Well, yeah.
Always.
And he points out we now have 496 subscribers, which is almost 30 more than last week.
Come on.
I don't know what happened.
Hello.
There you go. There you go.
I'm kidding. But
Well,
you know what?
Dan Norton, who is incidentally here in the room, Dan pointed this out to me earlier, and I was like, what do you mean? We've got 430 or 435? And he's like, no, you've got almost 500.
Let's go. Subscribe. Click the thumbs up button. Come on over.
So with with just 4 more subscribers, we will reach the magic 500 mark.
I will send
Everybody,
a free
Dan
book.
Norton.
I will send the free book of your choice of Quent's to number 500.
Audrey, everybody.
Oh,
And it will
we
be
have to watch
signed.
that.
It will be a
Say hi,
signed book.
Mom.
I'll try to keep an eye on the subscriber numbers, but I think it'll be an honor system. If you know we're at 499 and you subscribe, let me know. Send us an email.
tell me,
Email is at robertnasir.com. Just look for the email link.
You can tell them to be a public subscriber. They can set their settings so that you will be able to see whether
Good.
they're-
Make sure when you
Oh, here we
subscribe
go.
that you have enabled public. You are public. You haven't hidden anything. And Dan will explain to me how to look that up. 'Cause I never actually found that
Yeah,
statistic.
I can show
So
you.
you had some questions.
So I had some questions for you. We started out talking about when they tried to shut you, when they did shut you down, and you said no more, like Aerosmith. You said this will not stand, like
Steven Tyler.
Steven Tyler. No, whoever said this will not stand. I don't know, that sounds more like a movie line.
We're growing.
But regarding your talk, then, what was the most heartening response you talked about death threats and whatnot. What was the most heartening response that you received?
Gosh, you know, there was so much positive support, and yes, there was a ton of negative, but the people who came out of the woodwork to be part of what we were doing in any way that they could. And there was a envelope that showed up in the mail one day. It had a $100 bill in it, and it was from a woman in Arizona who saw us on the news, and she was just so proud, and she called us, you know, heroes, and you know, there were so many wonderful terms of endearment that came out of this, and at that time I don't think we really felt like that, but as time went on, and she said, I know you can't go out to dinner right now because none of the restaurants are open, but when you can, please take your husband out to dinner and enjoy your evening because you deserve it. And we did work hard. There were a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of work, and Quent did an amazing job on the declaration. We handed out pamphlets that had our full declaration in it that people could watch, or read rather, after my talk. And probably going to publish that online. I think it's time to see it again.
Yeah, my favorite part of your talk was when you were describing at a certain moment something bad may have been happening, and you got out a really expensive bottle of champagne in the morning. and
Wait a minute. Okay, so I love that you remember part of it, but the story is getting better as it moves from person to person. So,
I think this telephone line game needs to be shut down here. and
I love
Tell us the way
I
it
love
really
champagne.
happened.
It wasn't champagne. It was a bottle of Cab, but they both start with a C,
something
so
like
I'll give you that. It was not in the morning. It was in the evening. But the gist of it, where she was going, is we had been informed by a friend who was on the inside that we were going to be arrested in the morning.
yes.
And the good news is,
But talk about, they were trying to figure out if they were going to wear matching outfits for their
For
their
mugshots.
for the mugshots.
you know, what are you going to do? You know you're being arrested and you've never been arrested before.
And
you
you're
say,
in California, they probably hire makeup artists
do
for their
we
mugshots.
get adjoining cells? Can we hold hands? I mean, how does this work? And
So
as we're
romantic.
having this discussion, the phone rings and it's our lead attorney saying that the government backed down and that we won. So I didn't have to
Yeah,
go to jail.
I love it. I love it. And that was so happy.
And you had the Cabernet anyway.
We
It's all
did.
good.
Oh my
Yeah, we
gosh.
did.
So if you ever have a chance to hear Linda Cordair tell the whole story, you need to be there.
It will be released at some point because all of these talks were recorded.
Oh, good.
So at some point you'll have an opportunity. I can't tell you how soon that'll be,
Yeah.
but it
Well, I
will
know
be
if you're-
possible.
I know if you are at one of the upper levels on the ARC UK, not their website membership, but their YouTube membership.
Bonnie's saying as early as tomorrow if you're inner circle.
Yesterday's were on there, if you're an inner circle member.
You got to be an inner circle member.
Oh man, I got to
So-
sign up.
We'll see if Rosie
Yeah, you
opens
have
that up a
to-
little wider or not.
Bring your wallet out for that one. But I think
Yep.
I mean, other than Linda's talk was absolutely phenomenal, and your auctioneering skills. Oh my gosh, I really loved Mark Pellegrino's talk. And that's all right.
I hear my voice in the
we have
background.
an echo in here.
We have
So-
that problem with the technical stuff
Mark-
sometimes too.
What are you doing back there?
So Mark Pellegrino talked about the kind of trials and tribulations he went through on Twitter, and coming out against Black Lives Matter, coming out against or coming out for Israel. And these are very contentious issues and everything, but he did it very intelligently, and he stuck to his guns. And even though he was getting death threats, and he was getting all kinds of horrible hate
People
mail.
trying to cancel him.
And but thankfully, cooler heads prevailed, and reason won out, and he wasn't canceled. So he stuck to his guns. I mean, and this goes back to what we always say on our show at 5 Minutes with Robert Amy Nasir.
It's been about 4 minutes, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and is that if you are a good person and you engage with people, outside of your sphere, and you're a fair and hardworking and value-oriented person, people are going to take notice, and they're not going to come after you. And they're not. In other
Yeah,
words,
they are, because we're good people and they came after us.
Well, what happened though was that eventually you won out.
True.
And you found good people to help you out legally, and you untangled it all, and you persevered. You persevered, and you showed the courage, and that's like what Mark Pellegrino did. But this is what I'm saying. If you are facing struggles, you need to reach out, first of all, to get help. And second of all, don't despair. Don't feel like you're defeated. You're not defeated. Keep going, and you will make it through.
I don't want to paraphrase, but I don't want to get it right. But Quint said, when there's nothing left to do but the right thing, the
Yes.
right thing is the only thing left to do.
That's
and
absolutely
that's what
right.
we did.
And in objectivism, where we talk about in rational egoism, and we're talking about integrity, and you living with yourself, you being your own best friend, you being your own advocate, you need to stand up for yourself. And it's no fun compromising. It's no fun being the Peter Keating and giving up on your values and feeling hopeless and helpless. Try not to give into those sorts of things, and if you do, get back up on the wagon, because it's going to be all right, and reality will eventually win out.
Amy Nasir for president. You heard it here first.
Yep. When we talk
That's a
about
princess
grit,
way. No, you gotta.
grit. This woman's got grit, and Mark's got grit. A lot of the people who spoke this weekend have
Objectivists
grit.
have grit
Yes.
Yeah.
because they
Yes.
stand by the philosophy.
Yes.
And it is a philosophy for life on earth.
Yes. Well,
And that's
grit.
what we
The
all do.
definition of grit is passion plus perseverance.
Oh, I thought it was sandpaper plus no. I'm good.
Yes.
You have to. If you're not standing up for yourself, you can't expect anybody else to.
Yes.
There you go.
And while you're doing it, in the meantime, you need to reach out and enjoy life. Like Anders Ingelmarson, in his talk, he was talking about
great.
stopping and smelling the inventions, or just and cultivating a benevolent sense of life, even if you are facing adversity.
Can I paraphrase that one for just a second?
Sure.
Because I didn't know what to expect with Anders, and I had a lovely conversation with him at breakfast, and I thought, God, what a nice man.
Yes.
And then he finished his talk, and I went, what a great man. I just want to get to know him better. But one of the things when he was talking about inventions, my favorite one was the toilet paper. I know. So one of the reasons it's my favorite is I grew up in Europe and in Germany in the 60s. Toilet paper was not like the toilet paper we have today. So toilet paper was more like the brown craft paper towels that you pull out at the airport. And, so really nice toilet paper is a luxury, but he actually made toilet paper fun today.
Yeah.
Talking about how when you rip off a piece and then you've got that little dangly piece because it doesn't tear off all the way, and that somebody, in this case Charmin, small things tickle me, it came up with a design to do a wavy perforation, and now it tears off perfectly.
They didn't just accept the
and
dangling.
you don't have that little dangle. I mean,
Well,
it's
I
a
thought it was
silly
kind of
thing, but-
subjective, though. He didn't get into the question of over or under.
No, he didn't do that,
well,
and he
he-
didn't go
when he-
into
wait,
1-ply,
wait.
2-ply, or 3-ply.
When
Yeah.
he
3-ply or
presented the
bust.
toilet paper roll, it was over, not under.
Way you held
So
it. Yeah, a little
he-
bias
Oh, yeah. I
Wasn't being very
noticed this,
inclusive.
You notice
there.
she notices things.
and I thought to myself, that's a good man.
So if you're at home after the show, go get the toilet paper roll. And if you don't have the Charmin Wave, you need to go to the store and get some Charmin because you're missing out. You're wasting toilet paper.
Darn right.
And I gotta say that Anders, we just met him and everything, and he had some really excellent ideas that were very in line
He
and very
kinda
kindred
sounded
to,
like me. I
to
don't
us.
know.
Hey, Enric. Hey, Enric's not in the chat.
Hey,
He's behind
Enric.
us. Say hi to your mom. But yeah, no, I was really impressed with Anders, and he had excellent comic timing and
Yes, he did.
comic presentation. It was so good.
There's a few people within the Objectives community that I have walked up to and said, I could listen to you talk all day long about almost anything. And John Allison was the very first person that I ever walked up to and said that.
Yeah.
And Anders is on that list.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. I agree with that.
So the book that Anders was selling in his Spark Market at the table was Think Right or Wrong, Not Left or Right, a 21st Century Citizen Guide. Great book, great ideas that he presented, and again, he kind of reminded me a little of us, of me.
Yeah, here it is.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Here it is. Here's the book.
His idea of stop and smell the inventions, obviously, an update to the idea of stop and smell the roses. What have we said 1,000 times? We are surrounded by miracles, not least of which is ourselves. It's very strange to hear somebody else say that in their own words, but
It was very effective.
I was very
it
happy.
worked.
You know,
it worked very well. I've said it before, I'll say it again. We're sitting in front of a computer and a microphone. Well, that's nothing, a cell phone, and we're transmitting wirelessly over the waves, and all these good people can talk to all of you good people with technology that none of us on our own could have invented in a million years, and yet at the same time, we're out there working, doing things, making things happen, and trading what we do for all of that. And what that says to me is, A, the first response should be wonder, and the second response should be gratitude, and the third response should be pride that we can produce enough to have a piece of all of this.
yeah, and I'll include the word delight. I think
Delight.
it's really important to have.
It is.
And it's what we are fighting for in those times when we actually have to fight. Happily, most of the time, we don't have to fight. But when we do, it's for all of it, for everything, and especially for the people in our lives.
Yeah.
You all delight me.
Thank you.
Having you in my life makes my life better. And I've met some wonderful new people that I didn't know.
Yeah.
We've had people that didn't know about us. So
That's
you
right,
know,
that's
it's
right.
and it's not a huge conference.
Yeah.
And so to be able to do that and to have the time to talk with people and listen to people and learn and laugh and sing karaoke.
Yes.
And-
Yes. We
Karaoke.
did
Karaoke was okay. It was karaoke.
It was okay.
It was great. It was great.
It was great fun.
It was great
It
fun.
wasn't always great singing, but it was
And the-
always great fun.
The best singer was 4 years old. So.
She really did kind of win the day there. Oh, well, okay,
so-
regarding the conference, favorite talk.
Oh gosh, I mean maybe Anders.
Yeah?
Yeah, Mark Pellegrino, maybe. Gosh, I mean, I liked them all. Alex Epstein was here.
I know, they were
And,
all
Alex
so
Epstein,
good.
I pointed
He
this
was
out on
good.
Facebook. We've recommended in the
course.
past the talk that he gave, how to be a leader in your field, leveraging objectivism to be a leader in your field. The talk he gave this weekend was essentially a 12-year-older guy updating that talk, so it was even better, and it's always been one of the best videos on YouTube. So yeah, if that gets released publicly, watch it. If it doesn't get released public, watch the earlier version of young Alex.
I don't know that I have a favorite talk, but a favorite moment, definitely in the top 3, was Jonathan Honig talking about he's getting raked over the coals about how smoking is bad for you. And in the middle of the interview, he lights up a cigarette and starts smoking it. And that was so
pretty
much
damn
fun.
cocky.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that
And
was
that's-
good. Yeah, I love Jonathan Honig. I love hearing Jonathan Honig speak anytime. And of course, Catherine Dickerson was wonderful. It was super sweet. Catherine Dickerson, she was talking about active listening, getting more involved in that. And my favorite, I would say this. I said something to Anders, and I said something to the audience in a Q&A. And I related, I would say, probably our favorite quote by Dr. Leonard Peikoff, which Robert introduced me to, and which we've lived by as a couple, as individuals as well, all this years, for over 30 years now, which is the first duty of justice is to acknowledge and defend the good.
Yeah, not to fight evil. Justice is for fighting evil.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it is, but...
Praise, acknowledge, defend the good. That's
Right.
the first priority of justice, and we've lived by that. And it's so important to be a cheerleader of the good. Fighting evil's good too, but it's so much more important to cheer on the good.
Speaking of cheering on the good, are we at 500 yet? And how many people are going to go and sign up for ARC UK's Inner Circle? They're going to subscribe. They're going to subscribe to Robert and Amy. And your lives are just going to get better.
Yeah,
Well-
we need 4 more to get to 500, guys. If you're not subscribed already and you are in the audience.
2 more. We only need 2 more.
As long as you're
Is it?
saying
Oh my
that,
gosh.
if you go to patreon.com/Robert Nasir, you could support the show with just a couple dollars, or maybe more than a couple dollars a month, and help us keep doing what we're doing. Help us keep the lights on at the Hilton, California. Well, no, at Studio Nasir, where
In
we would
Michigan.
normally be.
In Michigan, where we live here.
But seriously, a huge shout out to all of our patrons, to those of you who do support the show monthly. Send a few dollars our way, a few of you more than a few dollars every month. It is greatly appreciated, and it motivates us to keep doing what we do.
And we want this to keep going. We need you to,
Yes.
every Sunday, 5 minutes. It has to be, just like there has to be another ARC UK conference.
Yeah, there
Sport
will.
And the
conference.
boss is here. He's sitting in
Irreplaceable
the
sport.
back. We have Rozzy here. I think
Yeah.
Rozzy should come over here and
Hey,
kind of
Rosie,
hang out
come
with
on
us.
over here. Yeah, and in the meantime, we've just got a couple more minutes left. Do we have any questions from the audience, the live audience, I should say?
Yes, folks in the room.
How did you get so many subscribers? So you went up
'Cause
from
they're
like
awesome.
20, 30.
We don't know where those 30
I don't
subscribers
know.
came from this week.
I don't know.
Greg
Hey,
pointed
there's-
out apparently it was all this
there's
week.
Rozzy.
Come on in, Rozzy.
No
People,
idea.
when there's a news story and there's the people who are like, oh, I'm on TV, in the background.
Is that Rozzy?
Yes, Rozzy is
Jason's
photobombing
back.
us.
When I came up and said, when are you going to?
Did you mention my jiu-jitsu with Mr.
Rozzy.
We did.
Yes,
We
we already
did.
talked about that,
Give
Jason.
us 2 highlights of the last 2 days. Over 2 days, give us 2 highlights of this conference for you.
Come on, the whole
I didn't
thing,
have to say the top. I just said 2.
The whole thing was a highlight, and you stole the Jonathan smoking one.
Oh!
I mean, it's a personal highlight for me that I organized the conference and Leonard Peikoff spoke at it. I don't know what can top that. So I'll give you one that's worth 2. But yeah, there were many.
There were a lot, and congratulations, and thank you for the fortitude that it took to pull this off. I've done it. I know how hard it is, and you and your team did it, and you should be absolutely proud of yourselves. It was great couple of days.
Thanks, I appreciate it. We are, and we're doing it again in a year. And more details will be announced soon.
Now, if anybody watching or listening to this isn't already subscribed to and completely in touch with the Ayn Rand Centre UK, the link is in the show notes, on the YouTube description, as well as on the Facebook side. But you all already are. But just in case.
Can I also say, Where's Jason?
I'm right here.
This might be your last chance to see Jason looking like this, because he, yesterday at the auction, won jiu-jitsu with Mark Pellegrino. So yeah.
He's already in good shape, but he's going to be totally buff by the time he does that.
He paid to get beat up.
I paid to get beaten. We'll have to see. Maybe I can transfer to.
This is gonna be
Oh,
recorded.
wait, I need, Jason, I need to know though.
It's live.
How much did you pay for it? I don't remember
lucky
what you
for
mentioned.
jiu-jitsu.
I got it under 500.
Okay, how high would you have gone? Should I not have stopped? Should I have?
Oh,
You know that I got
you mean with
outbid on the
jiu-jitsu.
set, so I wanted to go on the
it.
set, so I settled for this one.
All right.
And yeah, maybe we'll just have him go after legal bits with do some jujitsu on this.
That we're putting on members only.
And maybe if you get good enough by the next conference, you can give us a demonstration.
Yes.
Maybe
Yes,
you'll be
yes.
the one talking jujitsu next.
Yeah, and by the way,
Yeah.
we've got Audrey who's just behind me, and I just want to say I'm so sorry she came this close to winning the Peikoff, the dinner with Leonard Peikoff with a private chef. And I forget exactly who got that. I think it was Michael Sweet who got that.
Michael Sweet got it.
Yeah, gosh darn it.
And the amazing thing about that is Dr. Peikoff isn't really playing the role of Dr. Peikoff anymore. He doesn't want to talk, I mean, he does, but he wants to talk about life and
Yes.
things and for
Happiness.
this. But
Yeah.
for this dinner, he made the proviso. He said, we can talk about anything you want. That was huge.
That was pretty incredible.
And hopefully Michael Sweet will, I'm sure he will, take advantage of
I
that.
would have liked to have been a fly on the wall when he told Priscilla, because she's going to be over the moon. I'm really happy for them, and I'm happy that he was as generous as he was
Yeah.
with his bids. I kind of egged him up a little bit, or maybe a lot, but you know what? It was all for the right reasons, and because of so many amazing people this weekend, there is going to be another conference. So yay.
Yeah.
Can you say what the bid was?
I don't remember. That was a long.
2,000 at least.
What did
Yeah,
Michael
it
bid
was
on the dinner with
over
Leonard?
2,000, I
Oh, that
think.
was $5,500.
$5,500.
Was that the bid for dinner?
Yes.
Oh,
But it includes the food, so, you know, that's a deal.
It does not include tax and tip.
hopefully it's all you can eat.
That's not a lot of money. Folks, this is California. That's not a lot of money. I mean, we're paying $30 for the breakfast buffet here at the basement of the hotel, well, the main floor of the hotel. So, yes. So let's, California Dreaming with Leonard
Yes.
Peikoff. So, Linda, I sent you a couple questions ahead of time, and one of the questions, the one I ended with was, after we've done all of this with all these good people and making objectivism like normal, like everybody here is rational, hypothetically, if I declared you, and I would have that power, if I declared you the spokesperson for Ayn Rand and objectivism for the next 2 minutes, what would your message be to all the Ayn, not just the objectivists, all the Ayn Rand, hell, the whole world out there, but especially the objectivist community?
And I can't use stop and smell the
You can
inventions.
say stop and spell the inventions, but I know you are more creative than
I
that.
am more creative.
You're surrounded by art all the time. You can't help but be creative.
I think you just need to do everything you can do to live your best life, and do it in a way that you get the most happiness from. It's such a benevolent world, and it's yours for the taking. The world is your oyster. Enjoy it. And if you don't like oysters, yeah, well, you know, life's too short. So be happy, live your best life, and read Ayn Rand.
yes.
I love that. I know there are people who feel sometimes it isn't a benevolent world, but it is, if you're an objectivist, you know it's a benevolent universe, but people have screwed it up. No, they really haven't. Take a look out there. Go to the parks, go to the stadiums, go to the concert venues, go to the zoos, go to 100,000 different places where you will see a world that is nothing like the evening news. That is where you live. That is where you want to live. That's where you should live. Linda,
And you
thank
should
for
stop
that.
watching the evening news.
And stop watching.
Yes.
it.
You know,
Just
instead,
listen to Yaron Brook. He'll give you all the news
Just
you need.
watch the Yaron Brook show. That's all you need.
and so instead of all that, go to Disneyland.
Woohoo!
'Cause
We're going to Disneyland.
Amy, if you go to a conference in California and it's a great conference, where are you going to go?
Disneyland.
Is that it? Are we done? Is that the whole? Is the conference over and this podcast over?
This is what happy looks like.
Yes,
This
it's
is what
not over.
this
ever.
is what being sparked looks like.
Yes.
It's not over till I say it's over.
Uh-oh, it's gonna happen. It's like
No,
we're at
I'm-
30 seconds.
You can see me like reaching for the mouse here, like,
Not the mouse.
no, I don't ever want it to end.
Not the mouse of destruction.
Oh
All
my
right.
God, poor Michael Kaufman, what he did to the mouse. No.
Well, in
that was
that
another
case,
great talk. That was another great talk.
all that is left for me to do, as we always do, is to wish you, good people out there in internet land, which means out in the world, all of you good people out there, we wish you all of the success that you so richly deserve. We know you do. You wouldn't have sat through an hour of this if you were not damn good people, and that is why, as always, we're going to do it as a group. We wish
Wish
you
you
love.
love.